Welcome to 7 Tarot. To become an experienced navigator, you need to get lost once in a while. And before you know it, you don't need a map at all to show you the stars. Here, in these videos, we dive deep into remote viewing, a powerful ability to perceive events, people, and places beyond time and space. Using this intuitive practice, which can also be known as automatic drawing and writing, we explore past, present, and future predictions, uncovering hidden truths the tarot cards cannot give you alone, and revealing messages the universe wants you to hear. Through remote viewing, we access information beyond the 5 senses, offering detailed insights that can help you navigate life with confidence and clarity. If you're seeking answers, guidance, or a deeper connection to the unknown, you're in the right place. Subscribe and join the journey. Let's unlock the mysteries together.
Leo, how you doing? So welcome to your remote viewing for Leo. How you doing? So I keep picking up scrumpled bits of paper like this, like screwing it up and throwing it away, trying again, screwing it up, throwing it away. Okay, walking away and leaving. Okay, but I got some harsh messages for you, or the name Harness, or Haley, or Henry. I don't know if there's like drug addiction kind of going on here of heroin. Okay, but like I'm picking up what I heard for you is, or the name Amber, or life path 5, Taurus, or Sag placement. Place, if I say place, you say fish, life path 3, or Pisces, place. Some of you could be relating to the moving house or home energy that kind of come through in the 5 reading of, I think it was Virgo that I did, life path 9 or Virgo, but come on over to my place. But I heard for you, bitch. Okay. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? Because I'm picking up someone in the background that's like hating on someone of competition. I don't know if that's competing for attention. Some of you could have ADHD and find it very difficult to pay attention, or you've got someone in you that's very competitive. Okay. Let me go over quickly because I don't think this is going to take long, Leo. So what I wrote down very quickly before I got started was, that was it, two-faced. Now that could be a Gemini or maybe a Cappy placement. Also place is cod haddock, a fish. So it's a Pisces energy. So if you're not aware, this is a remote viewing. It's not a tarot card reading, even though these are my tarot cards that are for sale. Okay, or the name Sal. Okay. Sarah. But just to recap, Capricorn. There's a big Capricorn energy here. I just throw loads of words together that come to me and then we build up the story as we go along and blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I'm hearing bitch, how dare you? Okay, competing for one's attention. Who dares wins. I just keep hearing someone saying, how dare you? How dare. So the name Howlett, let to lease, Alicia or Elisa, lease to let. So is this coming up as the moving energy here? So don't forget, you can watch this as Aquarius, right? Because Leo is 8, Aquarius is an 8. And that is how I read cards and read numerology, right? The star card is an 8. The strength card is an 8. So you come through in messages, right? So lease to let. I'm letting out my property. But then I'm also hearing that is my property. And keep your hands off it. Prophecy, profit, that's my profit. It's not yours. So is it a spiritual warfare, or is there an affair? That's my property, that's my man, or that's my woman, right? But is there this money? Because I'm also hearing like money laundering, or like that's my money, that's my. Because I'm picking up like a copycat, right? Copycat could be a Leo or an Aquarian, okay? It's involved somehow, but I'm like, that's my property, that's mine, that's my. See, people do this on tarot. A message is a message. What is copied is like, say, for instance, like this is how I do it, right? This is designed for me of how I channel, right? What I'm feeling is that somebody is protecting what's theirs and saying that that's mine, and you're copying my content. Don't know why I'm picking that up, right? But content, like for me, it's doing this way. If someone was just to start to do it this way because they've seen my video and they're like, oh, okay, I'm going to start doing that, that's pretty much taking someone's idea. So in my knowledge, that's like taking someone's idea. So it's not my own idea, it's someone else's idea. And if it's their idea and it isn't mine, then obviously, but it's kind of like, well, it's a free country, it's a free world, I can do what I want. So I'm going to copy someone's idea. And then I'm also hearing ID. So copying someone's identification, like certificates, forging what on earth is going on? Forging documents, forging. Okay, or Farja, or Larja, or Laura. Forging ID. Like my ID and my identification isn't actually my identification. Make sure that you guys are not being catfished here. Fishing, catfished about identification. Because I'm picking up a huge energy of like 2. Possible Libra, but it doesn't have to be. But the High Priestess. I don't know your ID. Like, I don't know who you are. Is it a fake document? Is it a fake identification? You're not who you say you are. It's a fake, false ID. Then I'm also hearing CID, and then also CBT. So that would be like vapes and CBT, right? Oil. So oil is Virgo. Kind of getting into it a little bit now. I was finding it very difficult to channel for you. Could be dealing with a Scorpio, big Scorpio energy here, and Aries energy possible. Right. Kim, name Kim. Right. Let's break this down. There's this identity crisis, or the name Chris. But I'm having an identity crisis. I don't know who you actually are, or I just don't know who the hell I am anymore. I can't figure out who this person is. So is there like this non-revealed energy of someone that's fake? Because it's like, I'll have to fake it until I make it. Like, it's not actually me. This is what's like quite concerning. Or Stern. Or Steve. That's my name. Hey, it's not me. But like forging documents. Okay. I don't know why I'm picking up on the Grand Prix of like forger. Or foreshore? Don't know. Four. Scorpio Aries. So, right, let's gather my thoughts. Gav, or, so Gavin or Gary. So, let's have a look, man, because I'm picking up like a lot of Aquarian energy in here, but you would do because it being 8, right? So I'm picking up like this, well, for one, like a for sale sign, sold, right? That's coming through on those other readings. But there's documents to be filled in, right? Now, something here is saying about identification. I need identification. I need to know who you are, because I don't know who you are. So for some of you, you may be talking to someone, or someone's online that may actually not be the person that they say that they are. So be very careful that you may or may not have seen this person's face. Because if you haven't seen their face, but you've spoken to them, they can be someone that's very weird and not showing their face, right? FaceTime. Okay. So like ID, well, the CID. So that's like undercover police. Oop, oop, undercover police. Oop, oop. But like CID. ID, where's your identification? Are you guys going through this in your country where you now have to like carry like an identification certificate? Because it's like, I need a certificate of like proof. Proof. Right? The only way that I can prove my identification is by a certificate. It's like, for some of you, you're trying to find a document or a driving license or something. Something's been stolen. Stolen cake? Stolen. Colon? Colin? Colin. Or colon cancer. That's kind of coming up. Something in someone's colon. This person wears a bag. They've got something wrong with their colon. Okay. It's kind of coming out of that other message now, and I'm kind of getting another one about someone's colon. Like basically their tubes and stuff that one has a wee with or whatnot, right? Of like, I have something in my stomach or whatnot, and it's involving like my colon, right? I don't know where that's kind of coming from, but that's sort of there, colon, or the name Colin. There is something here about police, the police, the popo. Okay. And there's also, I don't know, I hate to say this, but there's also something about poo, poo-poo, or Winnie the Pooh. Honey, but like Winnie the Pooh. Or poo-poo. Is it a child? Right, let's kind of come off that. I don't know what that is. There is something about somebody that's in prison. Okay. Somebody that's in jail. Or the name Jay. Or Jason. There's, I hate to say it, but there's like drugs, alcohol, ID, CID, Sid Barrett. He was from Pink Floyd. So he lived in Cambridge. So is this someone that's in Britain, or the name Brittany? Sid Barrett? Barry? Gary? Said Gary already. Okay, so colon cancer. Something in someone's tubes. Okay, possible colostomy bag or something like that. There's an energy of someone that's in prison, maybe looking for identification. I need to find this ID, or I don't know who you actually are. Who are you? Okay. ID. Has somebody stolen someone's identification? Right. And then there's also this bitch, how dare you compete against me? Right, you're competing against me. Right, it's like a stolen idea. Or like, I don't get this, man. But like, you stole my idea, or you took away the biggest part of me. Ooh, baby, please don't go. Baby. Is there like an abortion or like custody battle, or the name Kirsty? But like a custody battle between like exes and children here, and a baby being involved? Because you took away the biggest part of me. You took something that was very dear to me, and you took it from me. Why is that? There was something very big in my life, and you took that away from me. Virginity? Madonna? So like a virgin. So anybody that's E or M. Hold on a minute, man. Where are these messages going? Identification. Fornication. Vacation. I don't know. Let's have a look at this competition, right? Because it feels like that somebody may be doing something that pisses someone off to say that that's not yours, that's mine, that's my idea. But there could also be where you guys may be in a third party, say, and you're kind of giving off that energy that I'm picking up. Like that woman or that man isn't yours, they're mine. And you're in some sort of like weird third party energy, right? They belong to me. I mean, that's just people that are on twat flame journeys. You'll go around that for ages going on that route. Rowdy, meaning Ralph or Rowdy. You all right, Rowdy? Roy, also the name Roy. And then also Roger. Rabbit. So Rabbit was a habit. M&M. So Marshall or Mathers, unless your name's Marshall Mathers. This person's called Marshall. But if not, it's M, E-M, or M-E. But we went over that. Me. But Emily, Emma, me. So is it me, Spirit? I got to put this out there, right? I'm sorry, because I've got a feeling a lot of people are going to be like, well, because they've said this in the past when I've channeled a message. Just because you remote view, that doesn't make you the only one that does it. I don't know, man. I'm picking up where someone's copying someone's material, right? You choose. You do what you want, boo. You do you. I don't care. But like I'm kind of channeling some sort of aggression of like, you know, that's not yours, that's mine. You can't take that. That's my idea, right? You've just copied my idea. I've just done that, and now you're doing it. What do you think you're doing what I do? You know, voodoo? I don't know. But like, how dare you do what I'm doing because that's what I do, and you're only doing it because that's what I do. Is this a sibling, sister or brother type sort of row here? Like, I can't believe you're doing what I'm doing. I did that, that's mine. I don't know, there's fighting for material. Right, fighting for material. Right. This is my material. This is mine. It's mine. It isn't yours. It's mine. Whatever that's going to relate to you, Leo, or Aquarius, that's kind of in your energy of what I'm trying to put a message together of what that is. But if I can't get there by the end of this reading, I will continue this over on the join button below. Now, I've just trying to find out. A lot of people say, where is your join button? And I always say to you, well, it's right next to the like button. But that's if you're on a PC. So I don't never watch YouTube on my phone. So apparently the join button isn't right next to the like button when you're on a phone. It's different if you're on a PC. So as far as I know, where the little arrow is, where it opens up the description, it is actually in there. It's just further down where it says join the channel. But apparently when you click that, it does give you that join button option. But I'm in the middle of making an app that will give you just one link. Okay, so I'll put it in the comment section, basically, right? If you guys are struggling to find where the join button is and everything, I'll list it in the comment section. But I'm trying to work around what people can't find stuff because I don't use a phone, man. I don't know what you guys see on here. I always watch it on a 75-inch television. Let me know in the comment section. What do you watch me on? A telephone? You watch me on the telephone. What is that? You watch me on the telephone. So you watch me on the phone? Phone. I'm watching you on the phone. So if someone's watching someone on the phone, then that's someone's material. It's like a video. Right? Like I'm watching whatever it is that your content is on somebody's phone, they're watching on their phone. So that must mean that they're watching someone's material on their phone. This is not making any sense, Leo. Is it making any sense to you? I don't know. The sense that makes none? Is it the nun, the twat flame reader? I don't know. The lunatic, the racist lunatic that started to call me a white boy? Yeah, I'm white. Sorry for, I'm not racist at all, but she did kind of call me out and call me a racist at one point, and I don't know. Whichever way around, man, don't take any notice of what I'm blurting out my mouth. Just look at me as fucking Patrick Swayze and Whoopi Goldberg, right? When I open my mouth, I'm literally just channeling something, right? Don't take what I'm saying as like, you're talking about yourself. I'm picking up that somebody is arguing or is aggressive, possibly in the background, of somebody that is watching someone on their phone or doing something on, I don't know, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you guys use, of like watching someone do something and they either know or they find out and they're like, shit, that's mine, that's not yours. That's my idea. That's my material. But you see, the trouble is when you do tarot, right, you can't really copy someone's message when you do a tarot card reading, right? So a message is just a message when you do tarot. But so there's thousands of people that do tarot. So you can't really say, well, that's my idea. The fact that I do tarot, you do tarot, right? Or the name Tara or Tanya. But I don't know. Is this right? Please leave a message in my comment section, Leo, to say if you are relative. Some of you are in competition with your relatives. So, I mean, is it your mum? I doubt it's your mum. So it's got to be like siblings. Like my brother or my sister. Right? Sister. She's got a sister, and on the palm of her hand is a blister. She's got one in the oven, but I need more time. So someone from Manchester. So Liam, the name Liam, or Leanne, or Noel, or Nicole. Okay. Or someone from Manny. Manny Vasquez. So that was Sharon Stone. So where are we going with this message in spirit? So don't mess with cats. Right. So again, that was fraud identification with Sharon Stone and Manny Vasquez. Sorry. I don't know where I'm going with that. That was an old message that I used to do. Sorry if I'm doing that, but because these cards are not scattered all over the place, it's not focusing on the white background and the white paper. Oh, God, I'm getting really confused. So is that the message? I'm getting really confused. If you guys are on some sort of like metaphysical journey, trying to figure the hell out what's going on, you won't. So I'm going to stick with this relative energy of like something's going on with my siblings. But somebody's always either competing for someone's attention that doesn't want it. Like, I don't want your attention. Stop keep paying me attention. I don't want it. Steve? Right? Stop keep paying me attention. Or stop keep paying me compliments. Right? Stop keep hounding me down. Stop. Just stop. This is a Scorpio energy. Like, just stop. I don't know, stop messaging me or stop hounding me down or just stop what you're doing. Why am I drawing a pair of tits? Don't know. Leo. Identity crisis. Chris. somebody here is like, I hate to say the word, but like a nonce. This came up in another reading where I said somebody is like, I don't know, either like said something that they shouldn't have said. Like, I wish I hadn't have opened my mouth. I wish I hadn't have said something, right? But it's been like either sexual or like, I wish I hadn't have done what I did, but I did, and I wish I hadn't. And it's like this where you just stop and think before you speak, or something phallic, right? This is not something that's wanted. This is something that isn't wanted. Then I'm also picking up like America's Most Wanted. So it's like Ice Cube, wanted, dead or alive, you're coming with me. It's like an arrest. Someone getting arrested. Arrested Development. Good songs. Good band. But like the Band of Brothers. Gastric Band. Some of you could be on a diet. Okay, and maybe looking at gastric band or an operation. Some of you could be in a band, music band, but it's like, man, I keep getting it, I've got to say. It's like ripping off someone's material that is also like music, right? Say that's not your music, that's my music. Like, people that make music, they go through this all the time, or can do. Because obviously I'm a music producer as well. I've got another channel. But sometimes, like, people that produce, what they can do is stem out certain music. And they take the vocals out, and they take this out, and they just keep the vocal. And then they use the vocal against someone else's stuff. And it's like, it's not mine. It's copied. It's duplicated. It's not my own. It's someone else's, right? Like I said, for instance, that's not my song. It's someone else's. That's not my voice. It's someone else's. That's not your man. That's my man. That's not your house. That's my house. Like, that's not your material. That's my material. Like, your whole very complicated message that I'm trying to get through to is of that, Leo. It's not yours. It's mine. It's copied. It's duplicated. It's not real. It's not authentic. It's not kosher. Right? This is some sort of like spiritual fight against people's material. Against, like, that's not yours, it's mine. But again, man, there's like, if you watch gardening, right, you don't see gardeners getting all of this sort of shit. So why do spiritual people not get on? It's because people think that they're fucking Superman. Like, I've got a spiritual gift and I'm better than, I can fucking make titanium move with my arm. Like, I just have to look at it and it starts wobbling. People that have gardening programs, you don't see people saying, well, you used a goddamn pitchfork, yeah? Well, I'm a gardener. Of course I fucking do. It's like, oh, shit, you laid grass on that soil. Of course I did, bruv. I'm a gardener, right? So there is something going on around here that's not your material, that's mine. You're copying it. But like I said, man, I am actually not great with that, to be fair. It's not messages as such. It's ideas, right? Some people in life can have a very great idea. And someone's like, right, that's my idea. That is my idea. And then someone's like, oh, I'm going to take that idea and then make that mine, right? Like, say, for instance, I give out a load of messages, right? Or I come out with something that's very pathetic, right? Not pathetic, but prophetic, right? And it's like the advice is, you know, there's paths and so on and so forth. And the way that I would do a one-on-one call, right? It's like, okay, that's a really good way of explaining something. I'm going to take what you said and then I'm going to say that to everybody so they think that I said that, right? It's not really what I'm picking up. It's not really the fact that somebody's copying someone's like messages. They're copying something that the way someone does something, because it's like duplicating it, right? It's the same as like a vocal, right? If I'm got a vocal and that's my lyrics and that's my vocal, you can't copy that. So it's like it has to be patent or patent, right? To say that it's mine. Like, you know, I've got an idea and I'm making it and I'm going to patent it to say that that's my idea and it can't be duplicated and it can't be copied. Where was I kind of going down this rabbit hole of like, well, this is a message. Take it or leave it. Do as you will, right? Say, for instance, you know, if you've followed me for a while, you know, sometimes some people say, holy shit, Steve, I love the way that you explain certain things that easy because it's really easy for me to understand what you've literally just said. And that what you said really helped me because at the time, Spirit kind of gave me a way to explain it to people that was to break it down a little bit more easier, right? So it's like somebody may have this way of putting things to say, well, that's just the way I do it. And someone's like, oh, I love the way they do that. I'm going to take that and I'm going to like mimic also like not their voice, but I'm going to, you know, how do I put it? So when I do my one-on-one calls, right, there's Tesco's to the right, there's like to the left is a one-stop shop. And in my mind, I've got to go to Tesco's, but it's very relevant, right? So the more I keep going right to Tesco's or Walmart, whatever you call it, it's very relevant in my mind to get there because I've done it 1,000 times. So I could actually close my eyes and I could go to Tesco's or Walmart and I know exactly how to get there. And I could do that from my front room. I could practice my third eye by literally closing it in my room and practice driving to Walmart and then stop at Walmart and get all of the products that I need and then get in my car and come back. And I could imagine that, right? Without physically going there, I could metaphysically do that in my mind, right? That sort of stuff is what I go over with my one-on-one clients, right? And then we talk about relevancy, about the pity pot and the poor me and the everything else and the anger and the aggression and the dark side, because that is also very relevant. That I've done that 1,000 times as well. So I always go to the dark energy and the negative energy of my mind, right? So when you can figure out someone's metaphysical side, you can figure out where they're going wrong physically that's causing the blocks because of their mind. So when I'm working with clients, I work on your mind first. Because what's a feeling? There isn't a feeling, it's a thought. A thought creates your feelings, right? If your feelings are hurt, it's not by a feeling, it's by what someone said or what you've seen or a memory of the past, right? If it's fear, it's something that might happen that hasn't, right? So say, for instance, that is how I explain things. Somebody within your message is saying that they're kind of taking that and telling it to people as if that's my idea, but it isn't. That's someone else's idea. That's the way they interpret it. That's the way they say it, right? For some unknown reason, Leo, or Aquarius, Love Path 8, that's in your reading. Now, I don't blame star signs for being star signs, but the amount of Aquarians that I have known, that has happened quite a few times to me, and it's been an Aquarius that has done it. I'm not saying it is an Aquarian. I can now recall a while ago that I'd done quite a few of these, and one of them, that was a channeled tarot message, was about copying, right? And there was some sort of warfare that was going on about copying someone's material. That was a long time ago. It's just come up in my mind. That sort of energy is very present, right? Copycat. You're copying my material, but it's not really your material. It's just the fact that I'm copying what you're saying, right? Because it's kind of like, if like inspiration, like I'm inspired by what you do and I'm inspired by what you say. And I think that that's a really good way of interpreting it. So I'm going to go in front of my friends and I'm going to interpret what someone else said. So they think that it's me that come up with that, but it really wasn't. It was somebody else that said that, right? That seems to be some kind of competition of what seems to be within this message, Leo, or Aquarius, or Love Path 8. Now, for instance, again, it's there. Because I should be the only one that reads cards in numerology, Aquarius, Leo, they're both 8s. If someone else was to start doing that and doing it that way, that would be copying my way. Because that's the way that I started to do it. I didn't read it out of a book. I didn't fucking get it off Google. That was what Spirit showed me. That was what helped me channel. That was what progressed me on my spiritual side. So in effect, that was the way I do it. If someone else is now doing that, but saying that they come up with that or not telling people, there you go. There's some kind of conflict that seems to be present in this channeled message. So like ID, identification, that's mine. That's not yours. You're competing against me. You're trying to be better than me. Why would you do that? Because that's what I do, and I don't like it because that you're now doing what I do. Right? Does that make any sense to any of you at all? The sense that makes none, a none. Right? So like Libra energy possible here. Now, if I'm wrong, this is just a lot of chaos. It's a lot of like metaphysical gibberish. Right? Because if there's a third energy and a third party and there's competing for attention of a male that doesn't give you it or a female that doesn't give you it, then what on earth are y'all lot doing? Trying to compete for someone's attention. Right? Means that you're spiritually attached to someone and you haven't learned to detach from someone. Right? So you need to learn detachment. That's what I do on one-on-one calls. Messages for Leo. That moving energy did come up in here, but that was just like residual energy from another numerology sign of like moving, documents, filling them out, okay, needing proof of identity. If there is a moving, then what I'm picking up that there is I need to prove my address. I need to change all of my address. I don't live here anymore. I've got to phone the doctors. I've got to phone the solicitor. I've got to phone the lawyer. Or Laura. I've got to phone this, that. And I've got to prove that I've moved. So I have to now prove that I don't live here. I actually live here. When people move, they have shitloads of like clerical work to do because they have to book in with a dentist, lawyers, solicitors, doctors, fucking everybody has to know that I don't live here, I live here, right? So paperwork, documents, searching for it, looking for it, identification. I might be getting wound up because I can't find the document that I need, right? There's a certain document that may be coming up for you that is quite important that you're going to need to do to fill out this document, but you might need to prove it first, right? I might need proof of ID or proof of something first. Now, I don't know why I keep hearing prophet, because there's two words to prophet, like a prophecy. Okay, you're right, prophecy. Or a profit, meaning money, involving money, making a profit, right? But I'm also hearing like, okay, I'm just going to go with it, making a profit off someone else. Like, I'm making a profit off someone else's material, right? So in the background, man, am I picking up the scammers? Because there's loads of them on here, right? Or immigrants or whatnot. Or scams. I mean, there's loads of them out there, man. They all try their hardest now, like on my channel. It's logged in. You guys don't even get to see it. But when I go on my hidden messages, something's hidden. But it says, oh my God, you guys wouldn't believe this. I spent years thinking about my ex until I read this book by fucking whatever, I don't know, Clara Clarkson. How to manifest, blah, blah, blah. There's loads of them out there now. They're actually changing it now, right? How, my God, you wouldn't believe how much I got from this person when I was really struggling spiritually. This book by this name, right? So they now think, okay, well, if I put them out, people are just going to look that name up on Google and buy our book. And then they're going to fucking rip you off because there isn't a book out there that actually exists. It's a scam, right? They do it all over YouTube. It's all over YouTube now. They change the way that they're doing things all the time. Oh my God, you wouldn't believe manifesting with fucking whatever her name is. And then they change it now to a different book and this other book. It's basically just getting you to copy and paste it and think, oh, that sounds interesting. I'm going to go over there and look for that. Right? So this is like stealing content, copying, a breach of contract. A breach of contract. So is this... Are some of you on the fucking run here from like an ex? Like you broke your contract, you breached your contract, right? Like a narcissistic ex that is supposed to, like, it's right. This is a diameter, right here, a radius, right? This is where I live. You are not allowed anywhere within 50 miles of this. You're not allowed to, right? It's like, but you breached your contract. You crossed the border. Because it's also to do with like immigration laws and stuff as well, I feel. Right? But like you breached that. You came within this circle, like awooga, awooga, awooga. Like fucking alarm bells are ringing. Be careful you don't get broke into or a shop that gets broke into. Right? Because I'm picking up like an alarm going off. Like red flags, an alarm system. Like, and I'm having to fucking lock down the shutters and blah, 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 and keep this person away from me, and like breach of contract and like legal terms or But like, you know, you're not allowed so far, or Sophie, but you're not allowed anywhere near me within this amount of contract that says by law that you signed to say that you're not allowed here. And it's a breach of contract, which means that someone's gone outside of that or inside of that to breach it, right? To reach you, to get to you. So if this person hasn't done that, is that what all this fucking jargon is? Like, I have to go on the run, like I'm on the run. I don't want someone to know my address where I live. I don't want someone to know my identity, right? Because there is also like mental health and like ADHD here as well. I'm also hearing the name Adam. Adam. Okay. So identity, stolen identity. You took away the biggest part of me, which is like a child, right? You took my kids away from me, and now I want to get them back. But it's kind of like this control freak of like, I'm trying to get you back for doing it to me, and now I'm going to do it to you because that's what you did to me. Man, y'all going to get fucking lost up in here because I'm getting angry. And I don't get angry. Like, you did it to me, so now I'm going to do it to you. You think you're better than me. You took this, you took that. You took everything away from me. You ended it. You know. And then there's like children involved here, like kids, children. But it's also like where the adults are acting like kids. Like on the run. Banned, because that even come up, banned, gastric banned, and then banned on the run. Because that is what I was going to say. Banned on the run. Banned on the run. Could be a Life Path 7 or a Cancerian involved. But I'm on the run. From the police or from something that I... Because it's kind of like, right, I'm going to go over there and take something and steal someone's child and take them and run off with them, right? So be very careful because I'm picking that up as a message of like, I don't know, like a hit and run or a, like, okay, like a drive-by grab and go type sort of thing. I'm not kidding you. It's like fear. Like I'm afraid of the Reaper, Scorpio energy. But like I'm afraid that something is going to get taken from me because I may have done something and how do I put this, man? Because it's kind of coming up. Right, I was here, then I left, and I went here. So I'm on the run. But before I left, I did something that would have royally pissed someone off. And it's like now I'm here, now I'm worried that they're going to find out, or they have found out. So now I'm worried the fact that what I did, or what I said, this person's now found out, and that was your beginning message of like, you bitch, how dare you? How could you have done that? Can't believe that you would have grasped me up or that you would have told them something. And because you've now gone and told someone and you're now two-faced, I can't believe you would do that. So now there's like this, oh shit, they know. Right? Can't believe that. Right? I think I'll finally... Wow, bruv, I'm sweating, Leo. You guys are giving me a run for my money. I reckon half of you may have clicked off. You may have clicked off like halfway through like, this bloke's a fucking idiot. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. Somebody, some foolish person. You know, right at the beginning of my video, there's my AI that says, hello and welcome to Steve's fucking channel. This is remote viewing and blah, blah, blah. And it lasts for about a minute, right? It's called an intro. That's a little bit interesting. Just to explain to people every time. So I don't have to keep talking, right? Somebody's clicked off before they've even watched it and said, oh, fucking AI. This is not AI. Hello, I'm human. Right? Believe it or not, when you have a YouTube channel, right at the beginning, you have to say what your channel's about, right? If it's a tarot reading, I'd say, oh, welcome, Leo, to your tarot card reading. So the algorithm AI picks it up to know, okay, these are lining up. The video talks about tarot card readings or spiritual stuff. So I have to say that at the beginning of my video. So right at the beginning of mine, instead of me keep saying it every time so I can jump into this, I have an intro that says it, remote viewing. Right? People don't know, and then they just jump down your throat without even knowing because they don't even have a channel. So it amuses me. People don't like them, people. There's this, stolen identification. stolen something. You took something from me, my kids or my house or my home or something. You took it from me. I'm now annoyed. I'm now trying to get you back. Now I'm paranoid that you might. Now I'm worried and I'm on the run. PTSD, trauma, traumatized, narcissism, gaslighting. Now I don't know my head from my arsehole. I don't know what's missing or what's here. I don't feel like I belong here. Okay. And I just don't know what's going on. Because it's all to do with like being on the run or ID or someone finding out or someone has. It's like a breach of contract. You know, this was the contract that you fucking, you didn't stick to the terms and the agreement of the contract. Okay. Is this to do with your work? Is it work? Right? Breach of contract. So they keep saying. Breach of contract. Breach. Beach. Brittany. So Brittany, if you're watching, on the last reading of Virgo, I don't know why someone said, what do you mean you've done me a reading? I was on about somebody that messaged me on Facebook that was also called Brittany. There's 1,000 Britneys on here, bruv. There's 1,000 Daves and Steves as well. Somebody, Brittany, messaged me and said, Steve, would you please do us a Virgo reading? So I did a Virgo reading. Mentioned Brittany. Someone thought I was talking about another Brittany, right? It's don't cause a paradox when I'm channeling because I'll probably freak you out. So you've got a load of messages there. So basically your message is caution. Okay. Now a caution is, I'll tell you what, we're going to go over on the other side and divulge more into this reading. So over on the other side on the join button, if you can't find it and you're on a mobile phone, it is somewhere where the little arrow is. Okay, you click the arrow and then it opens up the comment section, I think, and then it adds the description. And then I think you have to press further to get into the description to see where everything is. Somewhere there's a join button. If you can't find that, in the actual description is where you will see a link somewhere down the bottom that says join the channel. Okay? But I will try to put it in the comment section, but I'm kind of working on that to make it easy for people. But if you want to buy my tarot deck, you're more than welcome. Okay, if you want to win it, the raffle's still open. It ends on the 10th of September. It's the last time that I'm going to do a raffle because I can't be bothered to do it anymore. So it's the last time you'll be able to win this deck if you want to. Okay, if you want to buy it, you're more than welcome. The website is below. The website is below. There's an app that takes you to the website, or you can go to the website. But it gives you personal readings one-on-one. You can pay in 1, 2, 3, or 4 installments. That is readings, one-on-one video calls, or tarot cards. You don't have to pay for them all in one. You can pay for them in 4, okay, or 1 or 2. It's up to you. But it does tell you all about it below in the description. So thanks very much. Over on the other side on the join button, we're going to continue on with this reading and then do a few tarot cards for me to try and have a look to see what the hell Spirit is trying to tell me, and then come up with some more messages. If you're interested in watching, please join the button and join the crew. Thanks very much, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget that bit. Very important, because we need to get this channel up and running for other people to find it. The only way they find it is by your help. Interaction with the channel. Like it, comment. Brilliant. Crackerjack. See you later.